Okay, so for 23 through 27, we're essentially graphing lines, determining slopes and intercepts of lines. Maybe some quick review that slope-intercept form is one of the key forms of lines that we learned. And that is, if you can get the line in the form y equals mx plus b, the b will tell you the y-intercept, and the m will tell you the slope. And with the intercept and the slope, we can graph a line. So the first one actually is in y equals mx plus b form. Mx plus b, so we see that m equals 3, that's the slope. And the intercept of b is negative 12, that's the y-intercept. And we're also asked to find the x-intercepts here too. We can always do that by just putting y equals 0. If you think about what's happening at the x-intercept, the line, it's y equals 0. I'm sorry, y equals 0 at the x-intercept. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. So we'll put 0 in for y, 3x minus 12. Solve that by adding 12 to both sides. And we get 3x equals 12, x equals 4. So that will be the x-intercept. And then to graph this line, we can, a couple ways we can do it. Since we have the x and y-intercept, we can just go ahead and pop those on there. The x-intercept is 4. The y-intercept is down here at negative 12. That would give us 2 points. We could just sketch the line that way. Or if you didn't have the x-intercept, we could start at negative 12, and then since the slope is 3, we could go up 1, or up 3. Remember, slope is rise over run. So slope of 3 is 3 rises for 1 run. So we could go 1, 2, 3, 1 over, 1, 2, 3 up, 1 over, 1, 2, 3 up, and 1 over, and that would be another way to get those points that are on the line. But essentially the idea is to get that y-intercept and the slope of 3. 24 is not in slope-intercept form. Remember, we want to make it look like this, y equals mx plus b, so we need to rearrange things to get y by itself. So let's go ahead and do that. 2x minus y equals 6. Negative y equals negative 2x plus 6. All I did is subtract 2x from both sides there. And now I need to divide everything by negative 1 to get the y without a negative sign in front. Y equals 2x minus 6. Remember, you have to divide both pieces on that right side by the negative 1. And so that's our line. We can see that m is 2, that's our slope. B equals negative 6, that's our y-intercept. And to find the x-intercept, we have to set y equal to 0. I'll just start with, actually I'll do that in the original equation. 2x minus y equals 6. If y equals 0, we get 2x minus 0 equals 6. 2x equals 6, or x equals 3. So that will be the x-intercept. X equals 3. So now we have everything we need to graph this line. The x-intercept is 3. 1, 2, 3. The y-intercept is negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the slope is 2, which we can see from, well, actually 2 points is enough to graph this line. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and label these axes here. But if you wanted to just start with the y-intercept, you could go up 2 over 1, because the slope is 2. Up 2 over 1, and those points are also on the line. But that would be how to graph 24. 25. Again, goals to get this into y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides, minus 6x plus 6. And then to get y by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 6. 6y divided by 6 is y. Negative 6x divided by 6 is negative x. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So we get y equals negative x plus 1. We can see that the slope is negative 1. The y-intercept is positive 1. And the x-intercept we can find by setting y equal to 0. We'll use that equation there. 0 equals negative x plus 1. So the x-intercept is just x equals 1. Now we have what we need to sketch the graph of this. We have the x-intercept is 1, the y-intercept is 1, slope is negative 1, so that's down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. So those 4 lines are on the graph, and there is our line, 6x plus 6y equals 6. 26, that's just y equals 2. Well, if we don't care what x is, and y always equals 2, we know that that's going to be a horizontal line at y equals 2. Those are all the points where y is always 2, and x can be anything. And then similarly, on 27, we have x equals 10, x equals negative 10. And so this is the set of all points in the graph where x is negative 10 and y can be anything. So if y can be anything, it's going to be a horizontal line at x equals negative 10. So you can see these last two are just put them on the review packet so you can remember and make sure to know what horizontal and vertical lines are. And remember, the slope of a vertical line is undefined because rise over run, there is no run, it's like 0, so we're going to think of that as undefined. And the slope of the vertical or the horizontal line, which was on number 26, would equal 0.